How to fire an employee professionally, gracefully, and safely is easier said than done. In this episode, I will share procedures to make this task straightforward. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Jerry McPherson. If you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. And make sure to hit the little bell so you'll be informed when I upload a new video. You won't want to miss anything I designed especially for you. For a lot of us, knowing when and how to fire an employee can cause stress and even some sleepless nights. For members of the Hospitality Property School group, I'm going to give you 11 reasons to fire an employee. If you're an independent hotel, resort, inn, or bed and breakfast owner or manager, and you're having a problem with an employee, you have two choices. You can try to work with them and help them improve their performance, or fire them. Firing someone is not a decision you can take lightly. The cost of turning over an employee can be high. It can cause your employee emotional and financial stress. It could cause distress with your other employees. Depending what country you're in, it could open you up to lawsuits. But unfortunately, there are times when this is your only option. Now, I will share how to fire an employee professionally, gracefully, and safely, right after a word from our sponsor. How do I open a hotel, resort, inn, bed and breakfast, or vacation rental? Or, how do I grow my hotel, resort, inn, bed and breakfast, or vacation rental business? Or, what changes do I have to make at my property post-COVID-19? If you have ever asked yourself any of these questions, I'll be happy to answer, but before I do, let me ask you a couple of questions. Does the idea of being your own boss in the hospitality property industry sound appealing? Is the thought of sharing your corner of the world with guests intriguing? Have you ever thought of opening or growing a hotel, resort, inn, bed and breakfast, or vacation rental, but are not sure where to start? Are you worried about whether guests will return and keep returning to your property after COVID? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, this course is for you. This course is designed to get you started and grow your business as a hospitality property owner or manager with more than just quick fix tactics, but instead help you develop successful long-term operation methods. I will cover what is the hospitality industry, hotels throughout the world, setting up your organization, employee development, marketing for success, to see your property as a guest, how to prepare for when guests return post-COVID-19. What you will learn will help you stay 2 steps ahead of your competition, increase your bookings and patronage, while enjoying a fun and fulfilled life as a hotelier or innkeeper. These tutorials will include 55 easy-to-follow step-by-step video tutorials, downloadable audio and PDF files, and applicable checklists. Series 1, Hospitality Property Organizational Structure. Series number 2, Steps to Hiring Exceptional Hospitality Property Staff. Series 3, Marketing Strategy for Hospitality Properties. Series 4, Guest Expectations in the Hospitality Property Industry. Once you've completed the course and have passed all the quizzes, you will receive a certificate that you can keep in your documentation, place in your office, hang at your front desk. Do you want to take your hospitality property to the next level? Don't hesitate. Sign up now. Before the break, I said I would share how to fire an employee professionally, gracefully, and safely. As soon as you know there's a problem, act quickly. Sit down with your employee and discuss the problem. Ask them what they think is the cause, and if possible, offer suggestions for improvement. Make sure to tell your employee about your concerns and that there could be grounds for termination. If it's a problem with procedure, remind them that they accepted these terms when they were hired or when the changes were made. Give them a warning if their work is being effective due to continually missing work or insubordination. I have seen both property owners and managers that evaluate their employees once a year, and some never evaluate their employees. I recommend you make it a practice to talk to each of your employees at least every couple of months about their performance, how they feel about their job, and how things could improve. During these meetings, you should talk about your concerns. While it is your business, you have to consider your bottom line and the effect an unproductive employee will have on the rest of your staff. You should also consider their personal situation. If they have lost focus due to outside factors such as health concerns, relationship problems, divorce, death in the family, or financial problems, these are all issues that could be temporary, and by everybody pulling together, you could save the loss of a valuable employee. This might give the employee the opportunity to resolve their problems and improve their performance in a timely manner. Make sure you have a policy in your operations manual explaining grounds for termination and go over it with the employee. Document your conversations, and then both you and your employee sign the document or send them an email with a record of the conversation and have them reply that they have read it. It is very important that you keep a paper trail as well as a record of all disciplinary actions. Give them a plan of action, specific improvements or changes required in order for them to keep their job, and clear deadlines of when these improvements or changes must be seen. Set up a timeline. Not all problems can be solved as fast as we would like, but a timeline and goals with deadlines will help you see if there's any improvement or not. If improvement is not shown, make it clear to the employee that termination is the next step. Are these making sense? Let me know in the comments. Make a plan. Think about your employees' responsibilities and who you might reassign them to, or if you have to hire a new employee. Be careful if you're planning to hire a new employee. If the employee you are thinking of firing sees the writing on the wall, they might start looking for a new job, or if they find their job description on your company posted, they might take offense, or worse, retaliatory measures. If you feel your employee might fight the firing, think about offering a couple of weeks or months' pay in exchange for them signing the severance agreement. When it comes to firing your employee, do it privately in a place where both you and the employee can speak comfortably. There might be items that have to be discussed that need not be shared openly. Get to the point immediately. Actually, it's a good idea to practice what you're going to say before the meeting. If you have followed all the steps leading to this meeting, the employee should not be surprised, and you do not have to go over the whole thing again. Just say, "I'm sorry things have not changed. I'm going to have to let you go." You should have a written document of all the next steps and then go over it verbally. Items you might cover could include emptying out the workspace, returning any property, supplies, or equipment. Explain the severance package if applicable. In most cases, the person you just let go or fired is not a bad person, just not suited for the job. You may offer to give them a reference regarding their reliability, their attitude, their teamwork, whatever parts of their job they were successful with. Thank them for the work they performed well, and wish them luck in their future endeavors. If you have followed the steps, your ex-employee should not be surprised, and hopefully the parting of ways will be cordial. Just in case, be ready in case they get upset. If they start lashing out emotionally or get insulting, do the same as you would with an angry guest. Don't respond. Sure, it might not be fair to you, but it might be what they need to get through this situation. If for some reason they get violent, don't hesitate. Call for help and the police if needed. Stay professional. It's hard to fire someone, especially if you know they need the job, but you have to remember, this is your business, and you're responsible for your guests and your other employees. If you are a member of the Hospitality Property School group, as a bonus, I'm going to give you 11 reasons to fire an employee. In conclusion, when you have an unproductive or disruptive employee at your property, it can lower morale, turn off guests, and cost you money. The problem for many of us is how to fire an employee. As soon as you know there's a problem, act quickly by sitting down with your employee and discussing the problem. Ask them what they think is the cause, and, if possible, offer suggestions. If that does not work, make a plan. Think about your employees' responsibilities, who you might reassign them to, or if you have to hire a new employee, And when it comes time to firing your employee, do it privately in a place where both you and the employee can speak comfortably. Above all, you have to stay professional. It's never an easy situation, but in many cases, it can be the best thing for both you and the employee. Do you have any tips you have used when firing an employee? Let me know in the comments. We cover more on all aspects of operating a hospitality property in the Guide to Owning and Operating a Hospitality Property Successfully course. Take advantage of the current course special. You can find more information at keystonehpd.com/course. Okay, you're going to have access to this episode for as long as you would like, but if you'd like to see all the bonuses you would have access to as a member of the Hospitality Property School group, check out the short video in this episode post show notes. In our next episode, I will talk about hotel restaurants and bars. That's it for today's episode. Until next time, have a fun day. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you sign up for Insider Tips. Say hi on social and join one of our groups. And make sure you get your free copy of the How to Improve Your Hospitality Property Success. You can find all of the links in the show notes.